Joining me now from New York is Santosh Rao. He's the head of research at Manhattan Venture Partners, a research-driven merchant bank. Santosh, great to have you on Money Talks once again. Google,
Good afternoon.
or Alphabet, should we say. Good set of numbers for them. Can they keep this going?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me. They absolutely can. This is the, I think, the 12th consecutive quarter with about 20% growth. They are not blinking. They're just chugging along and executing on all fronts. The expectations had been lowered because of a few things. I mean, the European fine and a few other things, but they just blew past it. So I think continuing between mobile search, cloud computing, YouTube, they have a number of levers to pull, and they are executing on all fronts.
So a big part of the reason was strong growth in ad sales in some of those businesses that you talked about as well. But another factor that made it grow was actually investments. Its stock portfolio brought in like about over $1 billion. Is it getting a little bit too reliant on being an investor rather than a tech company?
No, I think that's par for the course for these companies, and they just put it right back in the business. They have these moonshot deals going on the side. They're investing in different R&D. I think their headcount went up, the capex went up. So I think they're not really relying on it. It's just a case of different levers that they have that they can pull to continue the growth. They are a big R&D spender. They need the money, and they do a good job managing their portfolios.
Right. So let's turn it around. What does this mean for consumers? Is Google, or is Alphabet becoming too big for the good of consumers like you and me?
No, I think you have some issues on the fringes, the privacy issues and all that. I think we need some guardrails. We need the regulations to catch up. But at the end of the day, these are great services that these companies perform, these tech companies are performing. These are secular, lifestyle-changing services that these apps provide. So I don't think they're too big. They can be managed on the fringes, like I said, put some guardrails. But overall, they need to be let loose. It's still not a zero-sum game. It's a long runway ahead in cloud computing, in search. They have 90% of the market and no one there to question them or touch them. So I think that's there, and really that's about it. I think other than that, I think every area they're doing a great job.
Okay, let's talk about that EU fine of $5 billion. They, as you say, managed to take that in stride. But is it going to force them to radically change the way they do business in other parts of the world as well?
Yeah, I think we'll have to wait and see. At this point, there's no reason to panic. We'll see how it plays out. Google has been preemptive in tackling this. They've made some changes. They want to see if the EU will be happy with the changes in terms of letting, not forcing, in terms of giving consumers the option of easily disabling their Android and getting onto another operating system. So they're making some changes. So we'll see how. I don't think it's going to be a Microsoft repeat in terms of the EU hammer coming down. This is a different world and different app and a different technology. So I think we'll have to wait and see. Other than that, I don't see a major change in the way Google will operate. At worst, they might have the manufacturers bid or get bids for operating systems, and Google, with their deep pockets, can outbid everyone. So search is so much part of our businesses. It's really, you cannot live without it to some extent. So I think they will continue to dominate whatever the new regime comes into place.
Finally, Santosh, Alphabet's market cap is about $860 billion as of today. Do you think it could beat Apple and Amazon to that magic 1 trillion figure?
Well, it's a race to the finish. I have a feeling they're not going to make it before Amazon. Amazon is just on a super fast track. So I think if I had to take a bet today, it probably will be Amazon, Apple, and then Google. So we will see how it plays out. But they're definitely in the race to get there.
Thank you very much indeed. We'll have to leave it there. Santosh Rao, thank you.